Hey guys, Prime here, and today I'm deciding to make another Windows Movie Maker tutorial. Since my two previous episodes have done so well, I've decided to do another one. Now, I've kind of been like not sure of what kind of tutorial I should do, so I figured I'll just do the basic kind of tutorial of how to make a montage. So during this tutorial, I'm going to be going over basic things like it's not going to be like how to import clips and stuff. It's basically going to be all the cool effects and a little bit of tips on how to make a montage look good using Movie Maker only. So if you guys are looking at like a basic how to use Movie Maker, this is not going to be your type of video. This is going to be a video about how to use montage effects. Now these are going to be pretty basic effects. They're not going to be as complicated as my other two, but yeah, so the first thing you're going to do is open Movie Maker, and you're going to want to, if you already have your song and clips picked out, that's good. I recommend having a folder designated for that only, but I don't because I just have so many clips on my computer. So, okay, I actually have an intro, so I'm going to add my intro first, and whoops, not want to do that. And then you want to add your clips. These are all my most recent clips here. Um, let's do, actually, yeah, I'll just do these clips. Alright, so those Movie Maker has to prepare all the files. Shouldn't take very long if you have a fast computer. I know mine loads pretty quickly. Okay, so now once you've done that, you're going to want to pick your song. It's important to add your song along with your clips so that you can sync the song. You don't want to add the song at the end because it's going to be all messed up. So go to add music, and I think I remember what song I was going to use. I think it was a mashup. Yeah, here we go. Alright, this song's pretty good because it's a mashup of all the hit songs from a couple years ago. I think it turns out it works pretty good with a montage. Now, the first thing you want to do is go along and uh, cut your clips and trim them down to just what you want. You don't want, like, if the clip is not trimmed down already by the player, you're going to want to trim it yourself. You don't want, like, a 40-second part of your video just being one clip. So, like, for this one, you can see there's a bunch of crap at the beginning. So, you're going to want to go to about here and press M as in monkey on your keyboard, and that splits. Or you could just go to edit and split here, but M is just faster. Now once you've done that, you can see hit shot, kill cam, and do the same thing at the end. Once it ends, that's all you need, and hit M again and split. And then once you split, right click and hit remove. That's how you delete the clip. Now here's the next clip. Same thing. Just split it down a little bit, it doesn't need to be a whole lot, but you don't want like all this match bonus and stuff at the end. Nobody wants to see that in a montage. Okay, there, split, remove, that one's done. Quad feed I got here. Sorry if the music's kind of loud from it, I'll try not to play it that much. See this one, I die, so I don't want to see me spawning again, that would just look dumb. This one looks like it's cut down pretty well, but not at the end. See how it shows them talking and stuff? You don't want that. Now, since these are all my clips, they are edited for the most part already. See, that one's fine. This one's good, just needs to cut the end. There. Alright. So now that that's done, the first thing you're going to want to do is find the shot, or actually, you're going to want to sync. Depending on what kind of edit you guys are going for, if you want it to look more professional, the least you can do is sync the very first clip. Like the very first trick shot or the very first feed, sync the bass drop on the song to the first clip. Now, in Movie Maker, it becomes extremely difficult to sync the other clips because when you try to mess with the time the music starts and ends, it makes the whole video become unsynced. So as long as the first clip is synced, it should be good enough. Because, I mean, we're talking about Movie Maker here. It's not going to be perfect. So I'm just going to play through this first clip and see where the bass drop is and try to remember on my wavelength where that is. And, yeah. And then you can see right here is where I shoot, because that's where the wave starts on the video. So that is where my shot is. So I want to try to get this synced with that as close as possible. Alright, so this song doesn't have a drop until way back here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Music Tools, and you want to go to Start Time. Now, actually you don't want to go to Start Time, you want to go to Start Point. And I want to set this, let's try 10 seconds. See, now what that did is that moved the song forward. So it's not going to start at the beginning of the song, it's going to start a little bit late. But that's okay. Where's my bass drop at? Alright, it's right there. So let's try 15 seconds. Okay, I actually messed up. This wave, that sound right there is the start of the kill cam. The shot is actually right here. So I underestimated that. It needs to be more like, let's try 25 seconds. Alright, it's getting closer. 28. I think I overdid it. Let's try 27. Whoops. Let's listen to that. Alright, so it's a little bit early. So let's try 26. This should be. Alright, still, it's a little bit late now. Let's try 26.5. Alright, so that is perfect where it's at right now. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is the timeline right down here in the bottom right. You can zoom it in. That helps a little bit to see the wave of the music. It helps out a little bit. Alright, so now that I have the shot synced, now I can start actually working on the effects of the clips. So Now, you guys saw how I did the syncing with the start point. That is one way you can do it. You could also, depending on how long your song is, I mean, if you have like a bunch of intros and stuff at the beginning and your song hits really fast, then you could start the song later. Or if it's just extremely long, you could slow down the clip. Like, for instance, in my edit, I just put my intro at the beginning. You guys might say like whatever your name is, presents, and introducing or something like that. You guys might have that at the beginning, which is going to take up, time for your cinematics. For this purpose, I'm just doing my intro, so I use the start point. You guys could slow the cinematics down to take up more time. That's what I used to do. Alright, so let's get on to some of the basic effects. So my shot is hit right here. Right there. So I'm going to want to hit M on the keyboard as a monkey to split. And for this is effect number 1 that I always do. It looks really nice. So once you split right where the shot is hit, on this first clip, you want to go to Visual Effects, and you want to go Fade Out to Black. Now on this one, you want to go down about here. That would work. Hit split again. Now click on this clip. Don't have this clip highlighted. Make sure it's this clip that's highlighted. Go to Animations. Go down 4 to this one, which is Zoom Out Center, which is going to be like a screen pump. So now watch this effect. It's going to fade out to black into a screen pump. It looks really nice. Now that's just a basic effect. And depending on what your song is, like mine has a pretty good beat in the background that's going consistently. If I wanted to, I could do a screen pump on every single one of those. But that's just going to take too long and you guys probably don't want to watch that. I mean, you guys know now how to do a screen pump. And if you're still not getting how to do it, I'll put a link in the description to my screen pumps tutorial if you haven't seen that. But there's just too many beats in this for me to do a screen pump on every one just for this tutorial. So yeah. So like I said, split at the clip. This one fade out to black, this one zoom out center, and then it makes this really cool effect. Alright, now see how long that was of just my guy sitting there doing nothing? That would be a thing you split and cut out. So right there where the screen pump stops, I'm going to watch. Alright, so right here, I'm going to split again, and I'm going to delete that completely. So now it's going to go from where the screen pump goes back to normal straight to the kill cam. Whoops. Alright. I could even cut a little bit more out. Alright, so now the transition between the kill and the kill cam is a perfect spot to put a transition. So what you want to do is go to Animations, and these are all your transitions here. Make sure you have that clip highlighted. And you go down, and my favorite transition out of all these is this one right here. See how sick that looks? It just goes, and the screen goes down. And if a lot of people don't know this, you can change the duration of the transition by this right here. And if I want it to be a lot faster, go to half second. Now watch how much faster it is. You can make it go slower or faster. It can go faster yet, quarter of a second. And you can see how much faster that the quarter of a second, how much faster the screen slides down, and it looks a lot better. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Now you can do the same thing for the second kill, You can make a screen pump again. Alright, sorry about that, guys. My recording time reached its limit, so I had to restart the recording. So, yeah. So, as I was saying, you can do the same thing to this clip. Like, right when the shot is hit, you can split and do another screen pump or whatever. Another basic effect that I use, I don't use this one as much, but it still looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, and by the way, you guys see that I'm moving one frame at a time. If you guys don't know how to do that, you can click this right here to go frame forward or frame back, or you can press J or L on your keyboard to go forward or back. That's what I like to do. It makes it to where you can go really slow and get the exact frame that you want. Like, see here, and here's I shoot, there I shoot. So I'm going to go there, edit, split, and I'm going to go not too far for this effect, just a few frames. Split again, make sure you click on that little section right here where I hit the shot. Go to animations, or not animations, you want to go to visual effects, and what is it? There we go. I think it's this one, Whirlpool. There, see that? It makes the screen shake, like it does like a little wave, and it looks actually pretty sick. Alright, so now that that first clip is done, now it goes from this clip on Turbine to this clip on Favela Modern Warfare 2. So that would be another good spot to put a transition. So you want to go to animations, and there's a bunch of different transitions you can choose. I wouldn't use some of them. I mean, if you're making a montage, you want to keep it simple. So I only use a few. A good one are the screen swipes like that. But then you want to speed it up, just like I said earlier. So do a quarter of a second, and like that. That looks really good. And I mean, to keep it simple, like you want it to be fast. It's a montage. You don't want a transition to be going like, take 2 seconds to swipe across the screen. You want it to be quick. The faster it is, the better it looks, in my opinion. Now, depending on what edit you're going for, it might be different. But as you guys can see, this just looks really nice. Alright, so right here, same thing. You're going to want to find where I shoot. There's the plus 500. See, I shoot right here, but I don't actually get the hit marker till here. So I'm just going to go where the hit marker appears. That's where I'm going to split. Even though the gunshot starts way ahead of time because there's a little bit of lag before it hits the shot, but I'm going to go where the shot actually shoots. Because when you watch it in real time, nobody's going to be able to tell the difference. Unless you actually slow it down and look. Oh, it's a little bit off, but that doesn't matter. Alright, so another cool effect. So you split the clip, and then you want to go same thing as other ones. Go down a little bit, split it again, click on there, and let's see. Actually, for this clip, what I'm going to do for this effect, you're going to want to go, let's see here. Alright, so I'm going to do this thing I did earlier, is I'm going to cut out the middle part here. Alright, right there, I'm going to take this middle clip out. There, I'm going to split that again to get rid of that ending part. Alright. So as you can see, this clip is going to go by very fast on the screen. It's going to be the kill, and it's going to be the kill cam really quick. And I could actually get rid of a little bit of the kill cam, or a little bit of the before part. like just as the kill cam starts right here, because there's a little bit of lag there. I want to get rid of that. It's gonna look a lot cleaner now. So as you guys can see, that looked pretty sick. How it's really fast, doesn't need to be, you know, just shortening the clip, because you don't need to put an effect on every single clip, you know. But what I'm gonna do to make this clip a little bit better is I'm gonna add slow motion, since it goes by so quick. So on this last one is where I'm gonna add the slow motion. Now when you add slow motion, you want to make sure you do it right when you see the bullet hit. So right there. So right there, you're gonna split, and you're gonna make sure this clip is highlighted, and you want to go to edit, and then you see speed. Now change it to 0.5. Now watch how it looks. Now you can see how I slowed it down and made the clip a lot longer. I don't want it to be that long, so I'm gonna end up splitting it again. I'm gonna see how long I want it to stop, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so there's about good. So I'm going to split and get rid of this ending part. So now it's going to go from the slow motion straight into the next clip. Now, I'm probably going to add another transition in here between that clip and that clip. You don't need to add a transition in every single one, but I actually might need to shorten down this a little bit. Alright, I'm going to split there, get rid of that, so that it's not so long. Again, you want to keep it short, especially if you have a lot of clips. Alright, hold on a second, my phone's ringing, I'll be back in a second. Alright, sorry about that, I just had to take that phone call really quick. Alright, so I kind of forgot where we're at, but I know we're editing this clip. I guess we got it trimmed down now. Alright, as you see, that first shot was a hit marker. So what I could do, a good clip to do with feeds is to speed up and slow down the clip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split at all the times I shoot. Which is a little bit hard in Ghost, but because the heads-up display isn't on the screen all the time. But you can see the scope is kicking back from the recoil, so I know that's a shot. Alright, so I have all my clips split now. So what I'm going to do is, first thing you're going to want to do, when you're speeding up a clip, the audio sounds terrible. So what you want to do is go to video volume and just mute it. Now, depending if you have the gun sounds downloaded, you can render out the video, import it again, and put this, because you cannot add shots in with music, because that will replace it. So you'll have to render the video out with the music and then import it again and then add the gunshots. But I mean, it's just one. I only have one feeding clip, so I think I'm just gonna mute the entire thing. At least this first part will be muted because the slow motion parts will be fine. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. You can see there's no gun at all sounds in this clip. All it is the music in the background. So what you're going to do next is go to speed and hit 1.5. See, you see right there, it was going really fast. Now what you're going to want to do is go about here and split again. Now right here, you're going to go and slow it down. So it's going to go from fast speed to slow speed. And right here where there's kind of really nothing happening, I'm just looking around, I'm just gonna keep that normal speed. Right here, actually instead of keeping it normal speed, I am gonna speed it up just to keep it fluent with the other one. But remember, when you're speeding up, you have to have it no volume because it sounds like garbage. Alright, so this is slowed down, or sped up, I mean. Right here is a shot, so we need to slow that down. Speed, 0.5. Alright, so this one went a little bit long, so I'm going to split again in the middle, go to this one, and speed it up. Alright, same thing here, split in the middle, slow this first one down, 0.5, speed this one up, 1.5, and this last one, 0.5. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to split because I don't kill anybody else. Alright, let's watch this back now. It should look pretty sick. Alright, see, that wasn't too bad. I mean, it was a little bit choppy, but I think that turned out pretty good. That's really all you have to do for a feeding clip to make it look good. Alright, so you can see transition into another clip. Now this time, I don't think I'm going to add a transition in. It's just going to go straight from there to there. That doesn't look too bad. Alright, so you can do the same thing with a trick shot. You can slow it down and speed it up. But in this case, I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is slow down just the cool parts. So what I mean by cool parts is like where I do an insta swap or a knife or whatnot. I'm going to split here. Right when the shark charge goes away, split again, play it. You can see a shark charge come out here again, split. Shark charge goes away, split again, play it. Right when I shoot, split, and then split again. Alright. So on all these cool spots, we're going to slow it down to 0.5. Here's other shock charge, 0.5. And here's where I shoot, 0.5. So let's check this out. You can see that looks pretty good. As you're watching it, you can see it's a slow motion and then it goes slow, fast, slow, fast. It just looks pretty good. Now, if I wanted to, on these normal parts, I could speed them up. So I'm going to split this at the end just so that it doesn't go so long in the fast or the slow motion there. I normally on trick shots, I normally just slow it down, but I think I'm going to put the 0.5 in, 1.5, and see if it looks good. Make sure you turn the volume off on those because it's going to sound really terrible, just trust me. Alright, see, that doesn't look as good with a trick shot, so I'm going to erase that by hitting Control Z. Yeah, see, that looks much better when there's no fast motion on that. Alright, once again my recording timed out, so sorry about that. I mean, it should look pretty fluent on the recording, on the video, but yeah. So, where were we? So, the slow motion on the cool parts is just something that makes the clip look a lot better. It's super easy to do, and I mean, there's not much to it. So, um, once again, all this of just the guy sitting there with the match bonus, you want to skip all that. I'll wait here till I'm spinning, and then you delete that. So now it goes from the kill, I'm just sitting there for like a second, to going to that again. So I'm going to add a transition there. By the way, this crossfade transition looks really good. Add that, shorten the duration, and check it out. It looks really good. And since this was a pretty sick shot, I'm going to add an effect on the kill too. So find right where he shoots, right there, split, go a couple frames, down, split again, click on that, go to effects, and let's do a light flash. So we're going to fade this one, which is going to be a fade in from white. And what looks good with the fading in from white is go just a couple, not very many, couple frames before the shot, and go to visual effects and do fade out to black. Now we'll fade out to black into a white flash. That's another cool effect. Alright. Alright. So, as you can see, it looks pretty sick. Now this part, I'm just going to remove that. So it's going to go like that to right to the next clip. Alright, so I'm going to split this one. I know I did this all at the very beginning of the video, but I'm just making it even, I'm just trimming it down even that much more. It makes it a lot easier. Alright, so once again, on this clip, and actually on this first one, the VO2, I'm going to slow this down. Since it does go away really fast, I'm going to make it a slow motion shot. That looks really sick. Alright, so right here I'm going to add a transition. I might go back. Now there's not really too many more that I like other than the crossfade, the slide one, and the few of the swipes are okay. The rest of them I don't care for that much. I could do one of these ones that go down like that. Looks pretty nice if I speed it up. Alright, that looks pretty good. So, just like on all other clips, find right where he shoots, split it. Now this clip, unfortunately, the guy ends up leaving the game, as you can see right here, so it's only the kill. So it's going to be a pretty fast clip. So since it's going to be a fast clip, I'm going to add some slow motion. So right here, when I do the running man, little YY running man, I'm going to split, split again, go to this one, edit, 0.5, and of course when I hit the shot, that's going to be 0.5. But then I'm going to split it again because I don't want the whole thing to be, I'm going to erase that. So that was pretty sick. Alright, so for this last clip, it's really up to you. I mean, depending on your style of the video, I mean, I don't know if you're trying to do like an over edit or what, but like I was saying earlier, not every single clip needs to have effects on it to make it look good. And with Movie Maker, you are limited to what you can do. So since it's been a long time without me doing the fade out screen pump effect, I'm probably going to do that one again. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to leave the beginning normal. Actually, I might trim it down a little bit. Split here so people can see that the guy's right here planning. I'm going to add the slow motion again. So right when he's reloading, that's a cool spot. Whoops, I hit undo by accident. Alright, 0.5. And then right when I shoot, that's going to be 0.5. Alright, so I don't want the full thing to be reloading in 0.5 time. That's going to take too long. Alright, so I'm going to, this intermission time here, always want to get rid of that, just looks bad. Alright, so for this, actually I'm going to change my mind here. For this last clip, I'm going to make it a really cool effect that I've only done on one of my other edits. Okay, so for this, so you're going to want to split a few frames, like about a second or so before you hit the shot, and then split when you hit the shot. So for this first thing, you're going to want to slow it down pretty far. Let's try 0.25. Alright, that's a little bit too long, so let's try 0.3. Okay, I'm going to delete that. Okay, so now that I have this, about a second clip, that I slow down to 0.3, so it's about 3 seconds, almost 4 seconds duration now. You're going to want to go to Visual Effects, or actually, sorry, Animations, go down to, depends which one you want. If you want to spin to the left or spin to the right. I think to the right's going to look better. So you click that. Okay, so you're going to have it zooming in or turning to the left. Now for when you hit the shot, you're going to want to go to the zoom out center again, which is 4 down right here. And this one, you're going to want to do visual effects. On top of that, fade out to black. And instead of doing the fade out to black so long, actually, no, it's fine like that. And this last clip, I'm also going to slow it down to 0.5. Get rid of that. And this one also is gonna, since it's the very last clip of the entire video, it's gonna fade out to black as well. Alright, and I'm also gonna erase the audio on it, just because there's reactions. Okay, I'm gonna have to erase those again because I split it. Alright. Fade out to black. Alright. So, sorry I wasn't talking very much there. I kind of was getting distracted. But, so on recap, I just slowed down at the beginning. Just slow down the reload. And slow down when I hit the shot. That is actually a little bit too long. Or too thick. So I'm going to try 0.4. Shorten it up a little bit. Alright. So that turned out pretty well. I mean, it's definitely not my best edit. I didn't really do a lot of planning before I started recording this video, so I mean, obviously, if I was actually editing something for somebody, I would spend a lot more time editing it than this. I was just trying to give you guys a few ideas. I really hoped this gave you ideas and helped you out. Like I said, it's definitely not gonna be an amazing edit. This one, I mean, I could make it a lot better than it is now. It is really good for Movie Maker, I feel, personally. But I could make it a lot better. I mean, if I was doing it, I would put the color correction on. I would add the gunshots to it and erase the original audio completely, and add the gunshots and add the sound effects, and I have those all downloaded. I'm just not going to put all that into this video. I can make another video on that if you guys want, but this is just basically just about the montage effects. Now, since I did spend over 30 minutes editing this and recording this video, I will upload this video to my channel, or I'll probably end up just throwing it in at the end of this video. I'll render it out so you guys can see the finished product. Or I might have it at the beginning, I don't know, it depends. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you really enjoyed. It helps me out. If you have any problems, any issues, comment below. I will do my best to reply. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It's been SOH Prime. If you have any ideas or suggestions for another tutorial, or if you're having issues doing anything, let me know. Other than that, this has been SOH Prime, and I will see you guys later.
Welcome to Santa Fe. I will never be the same without you.